moving without you. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone should have their notebook out. Let's do the notebook, your notes out. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the Roman soldiers of the Roman Empire? What are the name of the soldiers of the Roman Empire? Today we're adding so much new information. It's going to be wonderful. You don't have to keep asking the same stupid question. What is it, Giada? Legionnaires. On your whiteboard, who's the dude who divided Rome in half? Good. Mimi. Diocletian. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the language of Rome? Good. Come on, come on. What do you got, Gab? Latin. On your whiteboard, the Romans were obsessed with what previous civilization? Time to put your mask on. Thank you. What previous civilization? And Fletcher. The Greeks. On your whiteboard, the Byzantines are obsessed with what previous civilization? The Byzantines are obsessed with what previous civilization? Virginia. The Romans. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when everyone is using the same type of currency, everyone is using the same weight system, things are the same across the board. Good. What is it, Johnny? Standardization. All right, let's go. All right, on your notes, if you looked in the first section, you're going to see summarize the greatness of Rome. Ladies and gentlemen, I have them right here on my actual whiteboard. Isn't that wild? I know, I can actually write things on boards.
What happened to this desk?
I got rid of it. I hated it because I couldn't get to my whiteboard. I know, your personal storage is gone. Max, yeah, if you want to just take a photo of it so you can write it easier instead of trying to like crank your neck, you're more than welcome to. So, in the first section of your notes, that's what you're writing. Let's go. If you want to take a photo of my board so you can take, Ann Fletcher, you were literally right next to it.
I know, but I have to like turn all the way around.
You could literally put your knees under your desk and turn towards it. You were in the perfect location. You can do you, girl, but like, damn.
You take the ones to the right.
Yeah, you don't need the ones to the left.
Did you write just one or all of them?
All of them. Yeah, you're writing all of them. So when we talk about the greatness of Rome, we're just talking the highlights here. So it's large, massive, conquered territory. It's the second largest empire ever, which is hella impressive. Okay? So, Pax Romana, which is 200 years of winning battles and expanding territory, that's all going to be done by Augustus Caesar, as we know. Now, my board has some sort of chemical on it. I don't know what's on it, and so when I write on it, even though it's a brand new marker, it comes out kind of crappy. So if it's light, I'm sorry. It's not my marker, it's the board. So I'm so sorry. So Pax Romana is 200 years of Roman peace, and it is 200 years of winning battles and expanding territory. That's a huge accomplishment. Okay, and it, of course, was started by Augustus Caesar. Someone asked me today, he did the whole thing? No, he didn't do the whole thing. Why do we know he definitely didn't do the whole thing?
Because he didn't live till 200
Yeah, no one lives for 200 years. So, yeah. But that's another thing. Anyway. Cultural. It is known. It is known for its cultural achievements, which we described as architecture, aqueducts. You know, there's so many other things we could write there. The fact of Latin is going to be the foundation of all of its stuff, but we decided not to write a ton of things. Standardization of currencies, language, weights, and government codes is very helpful. Something that will be replicated in every government going forward. And then, of course, we have their military will be the foundation for all future military designs. Their military is so effective that they are going to be the blueprint of how a military should work. As we've discussed, I feel like 1,000 times because we've added no new information to our pile of knowledge. is they are the foundation of our military, of course. That's the reason why we use the term general, sergeant, lieutenant. All of those are Roman. So there you go. So these are the major accomplishments of Rome. I'll give you another like 20 seconds.
We already did this slide.
I know, I was waiting for everyone because I don't want you to start the next slide when I have people finishing this, you know what I mean?
There'll be chaos.
I was gonna
Yeah, of
start,
course.
but
Ice is ready to go, I see, huh?
yeah.
Well, good, because I want to test on Rome and the Greeks next week. Rome, not the Greeks, Rome and the Byzantines next week. Because I really, really want to get into the Muslim Empire and then the Middle Ages. 5, 4, James, dude, put your mask on. Thank you. 3, camera, before you sit down, I would take a picture of my board. That's what we're writing down on the first box.
Okay. Wait, there's four to
No,
that.
no, no, that one straight ahead. Yep, right in front of me. That goes in the first box. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Life in New Rome. Let's do it. Yes. Life in New Rome. Here we go. The Byzantines thought of themselves of a continuation of Rome. Are they? Hello, are they?
Yes.
No, they're not. They're different. However, do they want to be Roman?
Yeah.
Yes, they even call themselves New Romans. But are they Roman? No, because we call them Byzantines. You can't be Byzantines and Romans. You have to be Roman or Byzantine. You can't be both. They're Byzantines, even though they tell everyone they're Roman. So, life in New Rome, okay? One of the big differences between them is that the Romans speak Latin, of course, but the Byzantines speak Greek. Okay? So, the Latins speak got that mixed up. The Byzantines speak Greek. The Romans speak Latin. And we're going to see that is going to be a major change and a shift. Now, we're also going to see that the Byzantines are going to start changing some things, which is pretty exciting. Some of the things they're going to do is they're going to take Roman laws and simplify. Okay? So they're going to take 400 years of Roman laws, so the last collection of Roman laws. Fun fact, the Roman codification, a codification is the laws. Like, what is the United States codification? What is the laws? What document has all of our laws as in structure? Donald?
The Constitution.
The Constitution is what does the framework for our government, yes? So, the Constitution was signed into law in 1783. Miss Bennett? Yes. No problem. Taylor, you're out, girl. But you knew that, didn't you? Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, our codification is the Constitution. It is the framework of all of our laws. Okay? Our codification was signed into law in 1783. The Roman codification, or their laws, are called the 12 Tables. The 12 Tables are going to cover 900 years of Roman laws. Ladies and gentlemen, over 900 years, do you think they have some pretty stupid laws on the books?
Yes.
Yes. We have stupid laws, and we've only been around for 250 years. Yes? Because every state has the ability to pass laws for their own people, and every state has a couple of things called blue laws, which are, you know, pretty funny. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Byzantines are like, okay, all of these Roman laws are too confusing. Why don't we take the best out of the best? And so he is going to make the Justinian Code. The Justinian Code is going to take 400 years of Roman law and simplify it so it can be used now. Now, the Byzantine emperors are going to rule with absolute power. When I use the term absolute power, what does that mean? What does that mean? With a hand, Zach. What does that mean, Max?
They control everything.
Yeah, they control absolutely everything, okay? An absolute ruler means if it's my will that all of you wear purple tomorrow, guess what you have to do?
Wear purple.
Wear purple. You don't have a choice. I tell you to wear purple, and if you don't wear purple, I can execute you. And I can do whatever the hell I want because I am a absolute ruler. Well, not an emperor, because some emperors don't have absolute rule as we get going. But during this time, we do have absolute rule because we're going to have the age of revolutions. We're going to have all of these ideas about checking governments and stuff like that. But when we have absolute rulers, they can do anything they want. He is also in charge of the church. So that's pretty cool. All right. Aren't we glad we're in content? This is the best. Just the best. See, maybe he's pumped. We can at least get some new questions going here. All right, here we go. Justinian Code. You're welcome for the fill in the blanks. Are we not even excited?
Yay.
Gosh, nothing is making you people happy lately. Nothing. All right. The Justinian Code is made up of 4 parts. The 4 parts of the Justinian Code. The first part is called the Code, and it contains 5,000 Roman laws. So these are the best of the best. These are the laws that they thought absolutely still pertain to their society. So they kept them. Then we have the second part, which is called the Digest, and that is going to have the justification or the explanation of why some of the laws were included. Now, here in the United States, of course, our codification is called the Constitution. When the Constitution was drafted in 1782 and then signed into law in 1783, we argue all the time in courts what the meaning of a law is. So does anyone know what writer of the Constitution we use, you better put that phone away, we use as a reference point for this? He has a play about him. Alexander Hamilton. Okay? Alexander Hamilton, as you know probably from the play, he was incredibly prolific in his writing ability. Yes, he wrote really fast and really quick. You heard it in the damn play. With that being said, while he was sitting in the constitutional meetings where they were arguing about different laws to include, not include, he was writing down what people were saying and what they wanted. So when we were talking about including, a certain law, he wrote, this person said this person said that. In the end, we concluded we needed this law because of this. That is what we use in courts today to understand why laws were passed. Because every single person in this room has said something and it was misconstrued, yes? And you're like, no, I didn't say that. I said that, but I didn't mean that, yes? Laws are open to interpretation the same way. So the digest is there to help us understand why the laws were included. Same thing with Alexander Hamilton's journal, which is now required reading and mandatory and is in lawyers' offices for constitutional law because it gives us insight into what the thinkers, the framers of the Constitution were doing. Put your phone away. James, hi. Put your phone away. It's rude as hell. Thank you. So, third thing is the Institutes, which is a textbook that told students how to use the law. So not only are we doing the law, we're also making sure the next generation knows how to do the law. And then finally we have the Novelle, which are the new laws that presented legislation after 532. So these are the rules that the Byzantines wrote. Not the Romans, but the Byzantines wrote. And then all of these laws are going to regulate marriage, slavery, property, and all that stuff. So pretty cool. So the most important thing is, though, is that the Byzantine Code, the codification, the Justinian Code, is going to last for 900 years. Do you think the Byzantine Empire is going to last for 900 years? No. So the code is so good. The Justinian Code is so good. Other civilizations are going to adopt it. Is that a big deal? Do you think when we die off, because eventually every empire rises and falls. America is an empire. Can we agree? Yeah, we definitely are. We're imperialistic, but that's a whole other conversation for another day. We're going to rise, and at some point we're going to fall. I mean, that's how everything is. Hopefully not anywhere anytime soon. Can we agree? But at some point it will happen. Do you think our Constitution is going to outlive us?
Yes.
You think? Okay. Now, I tend to agree with you for the fact that other countries have already used the Constitution. Our Constitution is their foundation. I've tweaked it, of course, so it's a good sign for us. Perfect. To the boards. Let's do it.
So we're done with notes?
Now we'll come back to it.
What
What do you think we're going to do? We're just going to hang out? Hell no. Okay, here we go. On your whiteboard, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God I can ask you way more questions now. Isn't that exciting? No more about Legionnaires. Thank God. Here we go. On your whiteboard, ladies and gentlemen. Please tell me, what is the codification of the Byzantine Empire? What is the codification of the Byzantine Empire? Matilda. What is the codification on your whiteboard? Let's go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Come on. 4. Thank you. What do you got? Come on, come on. What do you got, Brayden? The Justinian Code. On your whiteboard, please tell me, how many parts does the Justinian Code have? How many parts does the Justinian Code have? Good. What do you got, Patrick?
4.
James, I don't need that. Thank you. Thank you very much. On your whiteboard, please tell me, if I was a law student, what part of the Justinian Code would I spend the most time analyzing? If I was the Justinian Code, what part would I be analyzing the most? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. If I was a law student, which one would I be using, Kelsey? Institutes. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is where the newest Byzantine laws, the actual laws the Byzantines passed, is part of what section? The laws where the Byzantines actually passed are located in what of the 4 sections? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abel. Yes, on your whiteboard. Please tell me, 5,000 Roman laws are in what part of the Justinian Code? 5,000 Roman laws are located where? Where are they located? Good. What do we got, Sloan? The code. Hi. Look at your notes. Put your mask on correctly. Come on, Cam. Come on. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the term that says an emperor can do whatever they want with no one to check their power? What is the A word we use to describe an emperor who can do whatever they want? Milton. Absolute. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of, how many years of Roman laws are actually in the code? How many years of Roman laws?
Oh.
How many years? Flynn, that's a whiteboard question. Sure. Sign out now. How many, Patrick? 400 years. How many actual Roman laws are in the Justinian Code? Good. What do we got, Mimi? 5,000. On your whiteboard, please tell me, how long is the Justinian Code going to be used for? How long is it going to be used for? Jackson. 900 years. All right. Perfect. On your whiteboard, what language did the Byzantines speak? What language did the Byzantines speak? Good. What we got, Virginia? Greek. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is... Nope, I think that's good. All right, perfect. So, We have the Justinian Code, which is going to be absolutely used. We talked about a Justinian. I've shown you these pictures, yeah? Perfect. So, Justinian fashion, here we go. So, creating an imperial capital, not captain. Captain is a person. So, Justinian is going to supervise the largest public building project ever seen in the Roman world. What that means is the Roman world is what we consider the Mediterranean Sea basin. So he is going to oversee the largest public works project ever in the Mediterranean basin. And you're just like, oh my God, but didn't the Romans do a ton of infrastructure? And I'll be like, yes, you are right. But he does more than one person in the Roman Empire accomplished. Now, are we saying that he does more than the Romans do as a collective? No. But he is going to do more than any one emperor of Rome. That is hella impressive. Now, if you're able to do tons and tons and tons of public works projects, does that mean you're that you're powerful, or are you weak?
Powerful.
You're powerful, absolutely. So Justinian is incredibly powerful. Now, if you're able to get a ton of projects done during your 30, 40-year reign, does that mean you're incredibly effective or chaotic? Effective. Now, he is going to be one of the most effective rulers that have ever lived. Okay? Most rulers do not get on this list. Justinian is on it. Genghis Khan, very effective ruler. Terrible human being. Absolutely despicable, but very effective. You're also going to see the name Hitler on that list. Hitler is a disgusting, horrible human being, but a very effective ruler. Just because you're very effective doesn't mean you do good things. We understand the difference, yes? Okay? He was a very effective ruler. However, he was a terrible human being. But we'll get to Hitler when we get there. Here we go. So, what are some of the things he does? Justinian. He's going to build a 14-mile stone wall around the city, which you can still see today. He is going to build the largest church in Christendom, called the Hagia Sophia, okay, also known as the Holy Wisdom, okay, and it is going to be the largest church in Christendom. It's going to be better than any church anywhere in the world until the Vatican is built in the 1600s, I think. And then he is going to build public baths, aqueducts, law courts, schools, and hospitals. Okay? All of these things have to be built. We take them for granted. It is the government who has to put all of these things in order for us to have them. Now, public baths are like bathhouses. Okay? Because you didn't have plumbing at home. The only places you could really get a bath is at a bathhouse, which is in your cities and stuff like that. Or you could go swim in a lake or in a river, things like that. Now, these public bathhouses are not just like you sit in a bath. It's like a social thing. And your dudes are going to be the ones who do it the most. For men, it's a huge thing. For women, it's kind of a deal. Okay? For instance, we're talking about Turkey, which is where Constantinople, the modern day country where Constantinople used to be, it's now Istanbul. They have a thing called Turkish baths. Turkish baths are 8 stages and takes hours to complete. And it's about rubbing salt into your skin, rinsing it, doing a hot bath, a cold bath, rubbing oils into your skin. You have people like shake your muscles and hit your flesh, and they scratch off all the dead skin with like this really sharp kind of rock thing. And like it takes like hours to do, and it's like a huge like socializing thing, which is really cool. It used to be all over the world, but Turkey's the really only one still doing it. Aqueducts, law courts, the whole thing, schools, hospitals. So pretty cool. So this is the Hagia Sophia. You can go visit it today because starting on Monday, one of my students in my 3rd period has been there. He went there this weekend. Okay, he went there this weekend. Not this weekend, that's a lie. I'm sorry. I'm Distracted by someone making googly eyes at my door. He went there this summer, and he sent me photos of like his personal photos to it. So as soon as I take a look at them, I'll put them in here so you can see what it actually looks like. He said these photos made it look dirty. And that made me sad.
Dirty?
Well, no, it's not dirty. He says it's like beautiful and super clean. He said this photo made it look dirty.
Oh.
And I just pulled this from the internet. I've never been there. So he sent me some of his, so I'm going to include it in that. All right, then. Okay. So this is the Hagia Sophia from the outside. You can see the minarets. It had been converted into a mosque, which is the holy prayer. It's a holy structure built for Muslims. However, today it is available for everyone. This is what the Hagia Sophia looks like inside. My student in my other class said this is a better picture. But as you can see, like the art is falling. That's what this structure is. They're redoing some of it to bring it back. They're restoring it, which is what that is. But he says it's absolutely beautiful, and it's like as soon as you go in, it looks narrow, and then when you get in, it's like so big and like he said, it's just like it's huge. He said it's really cool. So, but I'll have more photos of it because I have a student who's been there, which is so cool. All right, Justinian's life work. I would hate for us not to work to the bell, am I right? Perfect. I know how enthusiastic we are. Justinian's life work. Now, one of the biggest things that Justinian did is protect Greco-Roman culture. He is going to protect it to make sure that everything that the Romans loved endures. Now, keep in mind the Byzantines are obsessed with the Romans are obsessed with the Greeks. So the reason why we have so much Greek and Roman stuff is because of Justinian. So we wanted to give one person credit for all of the Roman architecture, sculptures, all the Greek architecture, sculptures. We would say thank you to Justinian. He's the reason why it's been so well preserved, and the reason why it's been so well studied is because of him, and he's going to ensure that it continues, which is pretty cool. So one of the things that he really did love was protecting Greek architecture, and he used to take it down and protect it, which is pretty cool. Like kind of modern what we do, he used to do that as well, so that's why we have some of it. So he is the single most person we can say thank you. So like, did you know that the Tampa Museum of Arts right on the river in downtown has a huge collection of Greek and Roman pottery? Yeah, it does. And I didn't know up until like 2 years ago. And if you go there today, you can see it. And that's because of... There you go. Oh my God, doesn't it feel good to be back in the grind?
No.
James, tell your friend not to stand outside my door again. Thank you kindly. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy your weekend. You as well.